Morning everyone. This is Nat here. How you guys all going today? I was just thinking, when you set up for the live, it kind of like showed me to here. So I was like, oh, that's nice. But, lucky I'm fully dressed. And not doing the usual news presenter thing of just wearing half my layers. Yeah. So I thought I might do the meditation from home today. I have my lounge room all set up like a Buddhist gompa. And, hey Stevie, how you going? Thanks for joining. So yeah, I was saying I decided to do the meditation from home today because it's not very often I have a full Buddhist shrine out. And yeah, we give good old Tibetan incense has gone out. We do beautiful offerings, which is such a great thing to do. Hey George, how you going? So I thought I would bring you guys in with some of my peace, because as you may know, you might have seen the posts. I had a 10-day Buddhist study retreat that started on Friday, and we were meant to be up in Rockhampton, and we're all isolated or told to stay home. So our teacher has allowed us to do it in the comfort of our own home, which is great. So you get to join in my Zen today. And so how are you guys going this morning? Steve is good. That is good. How you doing, George? I can't see who else is there. It doesn't always tell me. But say hi if you're watching. Then I can see. I was thinking, I turned on Facebook this morning, opened Facebook to do the post in this group to say, hey, I'll be in here soon. And the first thing I saw was a warning, Sydney about to go into stage 3 lockdown. And I was like, oh God, they are whinging again. Because it was in another group that I'm in. And but then I had to go back in because I wanted to post something else. And I'm like, and I felt this constriction here. And then my throat was like a little bit of shortness of breath. And I was thinking, probably not the only one feeling that today or any day coming up. So who else is getting that feeling? Let me know, drop a little emoji, give us a face or a love heart or something. If at some stage along this path, along these last few weeks, thanks Davey, you know what I'm saying? Okay, cool. That you've just been feeling, everything's fine. I had a great night's sleep, woke up and could hear the birds chirping, and then bam. So I thought we might talk a little bit about that this morning and then do our meditation. So it's okay to feel that, and we're going to, because that's what the human mind is all about. I just realised you can see my mandala. I'll tell you about that. So it's we're bred to face fear and to feel fear. Remember back in the caveman days, you had to have that flight or fight response, and you had to be able to know when to be on guard, and your body does these different things. Your heart will beat faster, your blood will pump, and you'll get anxious because you needed to run, and whether you're running or fighting, you need that surge of energy. Unfortunately, we're in social isolation, or self-lockdown, or whatever we want to call it. I guess those of us that don't have CV, self-lockdown maybe. So we're getting that surge, but we're not able to go out for a run. Or even especially those with coronavirus, hey, you can't go out for a run. So what do? So the meditation technique that I'm going to run through soon is something that you can definitely do, and I highly recommend. Honestly, if you can get on here every day, if not joining me live, just watch the replay. I do it early in the morning so that whatever time you need me during the day, I'm right there. And we're gonna get a nice little bank up of messages, of meditations that you guys can access. So I was thinking, what's something easy that we can all do to help us come back into the present moment? Because when we're letting our heart race and our adrenaline pump more is when our thoughts go, holy shit, we're in lockdown, oh my God, stage 3. I haven't actually read what that means, but let's just say, I've heard of one thing that's happening in the States that I'm waiting to come here, which is you have to line up outside supermarkets, only a certain amount of people are allowed in at a time. Like, I live in a smaller area that's densely populated, and there's not a lot of shopping options, so because I'm right at the beach, so I'm at the end. What does that mean for people? What if I need to post some teas? I have to line up for that. Like, how will I get food? Like, do I have enough food? And why, what am I going to do? And there are all the questions that are going to keep coming. And if we don't stop ourselves, our mind will go because that's what it's made to do. So what I thought is a simple thing that you can do is touch something. Okay? So touch brings us back into the present moment. So all I have in front of me right now are Buddhist things. But they do mean a lot to me. So I reckon whatever room that panic attack starts, the sweaty palms, whatever it is, you find the thing that means something to you. So I'm just going to pick up my Vajra and bell. I can't remember what hands. I think the Vajra goes in the right hand. Learning the Tibetan Buddhist implements. So as soon as I pick these up, my hands are like, oh, they're cold. I'm touching something. And I have 2 choices. I can keep letting my mind go, oh my God, I can feel my chest tightening, my hands are sweating, my pulse is now going faster, and you can stay with that. Or you can bring your attention to what you're holding. And this is mindfulness and keeping calm and staying in control of our anxiety is hard work. You've got to keep practicing. You can't just touch something and be like, okay, good. Though if you have someone to hug, that might help. But yeah, we just need to look at it and touch it. So let me show you what I mean. So I'll be like, oh, this is my Vajra and bell. Oh, this is really cold. And I'm like, do you know when I got this? So you move back into when did you get whatever you chose to pick up to come out of your anxiety state, to come out of your panic mode. Just have a conversation with yourself about it. So it'll go a little bit like this. My Vajra and bell. Oh my goodness, that's right. How lucky was I? I got this when I met His Holiness, the 42nd Sakya-Trinzen. This guy here. So you notice that my brain's changing. It's like, oh, I've got something else. And then my brain's like, and I was blessed to have 6 weeks off work, to follow him around Australia, to listen to his teachings, to have my whole life changed, to realize that I was no longer going to be a public servant, that I was no longer going to earn my ridiculously high-paying job, and I was going to quit it all, leave all my friends and family, except for one that lives up here, and change a new life. And now I've got a beach life, and now I have this amazing gift of all the teachings that this person's taught me, and I noticed, look, now my thoughts are spinning, and they're rolling on, but they're rolling in a positive way. And now you can hear my voice change. Now I'm excited. Like, gosh, I remember when I first rang the bell, it was so loud. Are you ready? So that's a practice that I'm doing. I feel so sorry for my neighbours. It's going to require me to ring that bell every morning when I do it. And I've got a feeling that if I have my windows open, I'm going to be waking up my neighbours. And this is the Vajra that it's the strength of mind. Yeah, very important. Buddhism has so many amazing things to teach us. So those of you that have watched for the last 10 minutes, you would have definitely seen when I came on board this morning, I was a bit more tired and my energy was a bit lower because I had been reading all those Facebook posts that, or had been pumped with. The very first post was warning Sydney going into stage 3 lockdown. And the girl in the group that I'm in said, "It's coming, I told you," as her words. And it instilled that bit of fear. My throat constricted. I feel it here. It was in my gut. Yeah. And my palms started sweating and I wasn't comfy with the idea at all. So if you've just joined, who's that? Oh, hey Miko, how you going? I'm just explaining how we go from these heightened states of panic and fear, which are going to be hitting us several times a day or more right now, to relax. So go back and listen from the beginning if that's something that you want to hear a bit more about. Do you guys have any questions before I jump into our meditation? Get myself all comfy. And if they're a bit delayed and they come up after the meditation, I will listen. I'll answer them there. Okay, so let's go getting ourselves all comfy. So wherever you are, I want you either sitting down or lying down. If you're sitting down, you might put your hands on your knees. I pop mine in my lap when I'm in my body knows this is meditation pose, this is chilled pose. Keep your spine straight. It's really important to whole brain gut connection. It comes up, there are nerve endings in your gut that come up to your brain, but there's also there's also nerves that come up the spinal cord to your brain. So straight spine, whether you're lying down, none of that cute, cuddly fetal position that you might be in if you're in bed. And closing your eyes. And let me just help you gather your thoughts before we go into meditation. So with our eyes closed, we're just aware that there is so much happening out there. The world is changing around us. But at the end of the day, we're all lucky enough to be in a home. We have some shelter. We have clothes. We have food. We may or may not have toilet paper. We have somewhere comfy to sit. We've got these wonderful devices that are allowing us to connect with people in their homes all over the world, so we don't have to feel isolated. We have the gift of the present moment that we can bring ourselves back to. We have ourselves, we have this freedom now that we didn't have before. Here we are able to spend a bit of quiet time without feeling guilty, because we don't have those social obligations that we normally would. We might be spending a bit more time with those that we live with, or if we're living on our own, we're connecting more online with others, Or maybe finding that we're making that time to go out for a walk because that might be the time that we get to see other people. At the end of the day, we still have ourselves, and we have our shelter and our food and our warmth, and we're going to be okay. Now let's do a simple Buddhist meditation exercise today, where we're going to focus on our breath. We're going to do 21 counts of breath, which I'll even count on my mala that's been blessed by the Dalai Lama. I'm putting out the intention that all of you receive his blessings today, energetically with me. So what we're going to do is we're going to breathe in through our nose for the count of 5. We're going to hold our breath for the count of 4. And then we're going to breathe out for the count of 5. But our first breath can sometimes be a bit harder to count to 5, so I'm going to work you up. So all you need to do is focus on your breath. And when you notice that your thoughts are running away or you've been caught into something else, just notice that and then come back to my voice. Okay. So breathing in through our nose for the count of 3. Pausing for the count of 2. And breathing out for the count of 3. Breathing in for the count of 3. Pausing for 2. And breathing out for 3. And breathing in. 1, 2, 3. Pausing. 1, 2. And breathing out. 2, 3. Breathing in. Pausing. And a big exhale. Breathing in. 2, 3. Pausing. And breathing out. As you continue to focus on your breath, I want you to notice that as you breathe in, you're filling your lungs with oxygen. You can feel your chest expanding. You're feeling your spine straightening and your shoulders moving back. And as you exhale, you're letting everything go. You're feeling all that tension released from your body. You're feeling more relaxed and calm. And breathing in. 3. Pausing for 2. 1, 2. And exhaling. 1, 2, 3. And now when you get to your next pause, I want you to notice what it feels like. Did you know that your pause of your breath is complete silence? It's one of those only moments in your life, in your day, that your mind is not thinking. So next time you're at the pause, just let's feel it. If you're ready to start again, we're breathing in for the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. And pause. And just notice the stillness of your mind before you then exhale. 1, 2, 3. Now let's try to move up to the count of 4. Breathing into the count of 4. 1. And pause. 1, 2, 3. And exhale for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, breathing in. 4. Pause. out. And we hold for a second before we breathe in again. Otherwise you might get a little bit lightheaded. So we're breathing in through our nose for the count of 4. And pausing. And breathing out. And breathing in for the count of 4. Fill your body with life force, pranic energy. And as you pause, just feel your body fill with that warmth, that life force energy that's helping your heart beat, helping your body heal, calming your mind. And then as you come to your next out breath, let it all go. You can do a big out breath or a shorter out breath. And now for our last 5 breaths, we're going to breathe for the count of 5. So breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and pause, 1, 2, 3, and exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and breathing in, 3, 4, 5, and pause, 1, 2, 3, and exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold for a moment. Let your body settle as we breathe in again. 2, 3, 4, 5, and pause. Feel that body heal, that pranic energy is healing your body, calming your mind as you then release. Nice big exhale. Your spine lowers a little, your chest collapses. You're feeling the tingles now because you've been breathing and concentrating on your breath. 3 more to go. Breathing in. 3, 4, 5. Pausing. 1, 2, 3. And exhaling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in. 4, 5. Pausing. 1, 2. And out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And breathing in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And our last breath. If your mind's wandered, bring your attention back. If you've just joined us, you might like to just count to the start of 3. To the count of 3. Breathing in through your nose. Give this breath your full attention. Feel what it's doing to your body, to your mind. The sensation of the breath. 2, 3, 4, 5. And as you pause, feel that pranic energy move through your body, healing your blood vessels, your organs. And pausing, calming your mind as you let go. As you drop your shoulders, maybe wiggle your arms with this last out breath. And just sit with your eyes closed for a moment. Just feel how your body feels now compared to how it felt when we first started the meditation. Are you feeling more relaxed? Are you feeling a little bit tingly? That's because you've actually allowed oxygen to flow through your body. And you sat still for long enough to allow it to come through. And how's your mind feeling now compared to how it felt when we first started? To when we elicited a little bit of panic and we allowed that fear and anxiety to come through. And in just 3 minutes, it's quite a short meditation, in just 3 minutes, maybe 4, we've watched our breath and can see how calm we've become. So thank you all for joining me for that meditation, those of you that were there. Hi Chris, hi Abby, oh hi Alice, how you going? Good to see you all. Thanks for getting here so early on a Sunday. I wasn't sure if I should do maybe an 8 a.m. Sunday meditation, let people sleep in a bit. So what did you think? I'd love to see your comments. I'll stay here chatting for a little bit longer. We started talking about the fear that is here with switching on social media, and that when Stacey say thank you, it was good, excellent, thanks Davey. The fear is around us today. Even myself, who's practicing not buying into the fear, felt that bit of clench when the first thing I saw is I opened up Facebook and went to click on this group, connecting consciously connecting in crisis. I was like, look, there we are. But below that was a post that said, I told you it was coming, here we go, and had an image of stage 3 restrictions coming for Sydney. And it bothered me. It caused tension and friction and palm sweating and so it's going to do that as we read the news and as we watch the news, or even when we talk to friends and family who are worrying, we're going to get this response, because that's how the human mind was made, is when we were back in caveman's times, this whole fight or flight thing, it's there to save our life. It's there to tell us something's not right, what am I going to do? And if you don't need to run away or go for that run because there's a wild tiger chasing you, or you don't need to get up and fight because the bigger man or woman in the community isn't about to clock you on, then what we do these days is we come back to the present moment. So that simple breath meditation that we did, perfect for you to do. So you'll notice that what I did is I built up to the count of 5. So if you're already chilled, you might be, and you're regularly practicing breath work, you might be able to do the count of 5 straight away. But some days we need to start at 2 or 3, and you can just count on your fingers just as you're breathing in, and at the end of each out breath, just move your fingers. If you're really anxious, count each stage. Go in, pause, out, in, pause, out. The more that we bring our attention to what we're doing, the more it gives our mind something to grab onto. So as you notice, when your thoughts start spiraling, or if you saw when I picked up the Badger and Bell earlier, or you might like to go back and watch that, the more attention you give something, the more your mind will keep spinning. But it can spin for good. You saw how that brought a cascade of positive, happy, relaxing memories for me. So don't be afraid of your mind, and don't be upset when it goes into because that's how we're made, and that's okay. So hopefully that helped you today. It's a Sunday, so generally that's a nice day to relax and connect with people and family. I might chat to Artie and see if he wants to do a live today. We're going to do our next live on Tuesday, but it might be nice to do one today. My peeps are at home and not actually working. No more comments. Looks like we're all good. So enjoy your beautiful day. I hope you enjoyed that. You can give me some likes or loves or something, because I can see them pop on the screen. So that's always nice. And I did promise I'd tell you what this was. So I've got my Buddhist meditation retreat from home. So I'm a Tibetan Buddhist from the Sakya lineage. So that means I'm under the Dalai Lama. I follow the Dalai Lama. I believe in the things that he says and does. And underneath him, or following through, I don't know, it's not kind of normal Western hierarchy, but there's 5 lineages, and that means that so these are people that obviously live in India, or maybe man lives in India. They've come from Tibet. The family lines from Tibet. They were all exiled back in the 50s. So it's Sakya lineage, Sakya, and part of our tradition is the impermanence of all things is the moral of this. And this is a mandala offering. So it's quite beautiful. It's full of beautiful shiny crystals, and it's meant to be barley, but Woolies had sold out. All they had was medium green rice, so I have medium green rice. But what the purpose is that this is the universe. This bottom plate represents the universe, and each of the plates represent different parts of the universe. And all of the rice and crystals are my offerings of food, water, similar actually to my offering shrine, where we offer, when somebody comes to our home, we offer feet washing water. Back in the old days, they would have walked a long way, possibly without shoes or just sort of thongs. So there's feet washing water, drinking water, offer them a drink when they arrive. Incense, just to purify and clean them, especially if they're a bit smelly. And then flowers or perfume. So I've gone and picked some pretty flowers from outside. Pink frangipanis, can you see? Or is my hand in the way? We offer light. And light also represents wisdom. And then we offer food, something to eat now that you've come to my home. And I've noticed that not all Buddhist lineages do, but we offer music. Is it going to clean for me today? So yeah, and because it's always nice for your guests to relax to music. And so what the principle behind this one is, good morning, Kelly. I was just explaining my mandala that you can see. So what we do is, throughout a practice that lasts for 30 minutes to 90 minutes, it can go as long as you need, is we follow this text that offers, that has the words that we say, but we build the mandala so there's rice in between each layer, but then we destroy it, and then we rebuild it, and then we let it go, and then we rebuild it, and then we let it go. And the whole idea behind it, I'll put it up here, I think you can see the rice inside. And as you let it all go, it is such a liberating feeling, because you are letting all your worries go. You're letting all that shit go. It's just that it's so beautiful to look at. Like so many things in our life are so good to look at, but you just let it go. And you get rice everywhere, which I swept the front of my, because I sit on the other side. But when I came around here this morning, I'm like, oh, look at all the rice. Sweep the whole way around the coffee table. But yeah, it's quite liberating. It's a beautiful practice. I might do another separate video on this for people just to tune in and see that. It's a beautiful experience, and that's what Buddhism does for me and so many other people, is it just offers you these practices that remind you that in everyday life we pick up, we have the things that we love. I picture of, this is Sakya, His Holiness the 42nd Sakya Chusen, who's the head of the Sakya lineage and Tibetan Buddhism. And I have a lot of, we don't use the word attachment. This brings me a lot of positive feelings and thoughts. But if something happens to it, so be it. You know that that's the way it is. And, you know, you'll all have things around your house that you love. You know, I love candles, but they burn out and then I have to buy a new one. So, you know, everything's impermanent. Everything has different lifespans, and the mandala exercise helps us, or mandala practice helps us to let go. So yeah, I hope there was some interesting things and helpful stuff in there for you. Let me know, and if there's any type of meditation that you like, I can do that one morning, and any stuff that you guys want to talk about, post in comments or a separate post in the group, and Adi and I will be there. So yeah, all right, enjoy your beautiful Sunday. I'm going to go for a nice walk before I go get my Zen on for the rest of the day. Okay, bye. Bye everyone.